Sorry, Mason. Playing the good guy only gets you so far.
This might actually be the worst writing I done ever seen in a Call of Duty game. Somebody was in the studio and actually thought to themselves, oh my god, this is tough. You are not tough. Turn this off. It's so bad. There is no intro. I'm just raw dogging this shit. But go ahead and sub up if you're not already and get comfortable because this is about to be a hell of a rant. But despite the subject of this video, ain't it a time to be grateful? Thank you all for the crazy support this channel has gotten these last few months. And I hope y'all are passing this time well with some loved ones or in whatever fashion that gets you to be present with yourself and comfortable. Alright, let's kick this video off. Who do we blame for this? No, seriously, look at me and give me an answer. Who do we blame for this? I don't give a fuck for Black Ops 7 or any titles in recent years, okay? But I do care for the games that really brought me into the scene with this franchise. More to that, do I enjoy seeing the memory of Black Ops 2 or 1 get tarnished over this abysmal, sorry sack of basura? Hell no. This franchise used to mean something, man. To a lot of us growing up. DJ, play my... It is in season to say that we gotta be grateful for what we once had, when games were not made from the fumes of profits, but of passion. So take my hand and let's reminisce together, twin. Let's revisit late 2012. I remember being 12 years old when I got my hands on Black Ops 2 for the first time, kicking off the campaign and watching a man burn in a fucking box, okay? Mind you, this was my first impression and introductory game into the franchise. My religious parents ain't really fuck with the idea of me getting into anything graphic, but with good grades and a big smile, siempre pedí a mis papás, por favor, cómprame este juego. Que se vaya los Crash Bandicoots and Pegos a la verga. As a 12-year-old, 12! I understood something these fuck-ass developers have completely abandoned since then. What I was about to experience in this game and earlier titles wasn't hype moments and aura. It was absolute mayhem, brutality, and the consequences of war and how far people are willing to go to seek revenge or to avenge someone else. Shout out to Avenged Sevenfold, this game is how I discovered their music.
That means you, Menendez!
Anyways, this was an experience where your actions and decisions led to real consequences, and not everybody could be saved at the end. Now, I ain't saying these games are 100% realistic, cause no the fuck they weren't.
Well, we got him, Mason.
But thematically, they got the point across. Best example of this in Black Ops 2 at least, is the part where you're able to play from the perspective of Menendez after being separated from his sister. He runs through the entire compound all the way back to where he was taken from, with only a machete and shotgun in hand. Wait, hold on, peep this. Woohoo! That was clean! But you see, I had to get a hold of myself here, hold on. Surface level, it sounds like hype moments and aura, I get it. But in the moment when you're playing, you can tell he is pumped with adrenaline and he's seeing red. The presentation is cool, but in the moment too, as a player, you are feeling just as pumped and furious as he was. As a 12-year-old, I was moved. So, 13 years later, and where are we now?
Did he say fuck my life?
Community, I think that it's important.
You have got to be the sorriest person dropping $70 for this, man. Not even with Game Pass would it be worth it. Shit, Game Pass itself ain't even worth it no more. I can't even sit down with my girlfriend and enjoy watching Alien Earth without getting a Black Ops 7 advertisement with Jake Paul in it. Like,
I want to be the first human to ever punch an alien in their beaks or noses or green.
dude, this has got to be a crime, bro. Get this shit off my screen. Do you guys know that one YouTuber with the really out-of-pocket thumbnails? He was actually onto something. Everything about this game genuinely pisses me off so much. And I'm an artist, so yes, I'm gonna ask for your sympathy real quick, okay? AI calling cards in the Big 25, bro. From a multi-billion-dollar company, by the way. Let that sink in. At that point, just give the players the ability to create their own custom calling cards. Like, who are you hurting by doing that? If it's got some weird shit on it, why would you guys care? Y'all aren't gonna do anything creative and original anyways. But no, this is both shameless and pretentious as hell. Have y'all seen the weapon inspects too? Literal baby shit has a more sturdy form and presence than whatever the fuck this game is. Like, how are we here, bro? This shit is so bad. What was going on in the back of these developers' minds? And that was a rhetorical question, by the way. Whole lot of nothing was happening back there. Look at how corny and absurd this is. This has got to be the worst thing I done ever seen. LeBron does not know you. You are not Trunks. Get off the team. When I asked at the start of the video who's to blame, who's to spitball and push around, that was a genuine question. And I've got a superstition about this, dare I say, a game theory. Hear me out now. I feel like these developers see how much love games in recent history get for having some epic boss fights. Except, there's a lot of other moving factors that warrant a boss encounter. It's not just for the hype moments and aura, obviously. Unfortunately, these are Call of Duty developers we're talking about. Keep that in mind. They probably saw a few boss cutscenes from these highly appraised games and said, that's it. That's what we need. A cutscene with hype, aura, and edginess. The people will love it. I'm not reaching, by the way. If you really think about it, these bosses are presented like a SparkNote summary of what these devs think about what gives a Souls game its accolades. Here, check me out. I'm gonna say something really vague.
I can't help you, David.
Look at this rise of aura around me. You like that, don't you? Alright, what's next here? Oh yeah, the one-liner, okay. Now I have to drop a sick one-liner before I transform into a... What do I transform into? Oh yeah, that's good, that's a good pick. Look at me, I'm an abomination and I have to yell, look at how cool I am. Tell me this ain't a SparkNote summary of what these developers see with the Souls franchise. Why does he even transform into the flower boss from Elden Ring? Let's be real, the gameplay is more similar to a Resident Evil boss fight, if like, you know, Resident Evil was super shit. But my point still stands though, tell me I'm not making this up, please. There's a lot of moving parts to what makes a boss have aura, and how they're actually integral to the plot or progression of the game. But I'm not going to elaborate further on that because unlike these devs, I actually acknowledge that formula does not fucking mix. Like seriously, this is how disconnected they are. Fuck our formula. Here's the hype moments and aura you love in other games. This is what wins Game of the Year. If it wasn't obvious already, media literacy does not compute with these people. Because even in this continuity of a sorry-ass sequel, they basically retconned all possible endings and consequences from Black Ops 2. You know, everything that added to the stakes and overall outcome in that game, which also made it such a huge deviation in the right direction from prior Call of Duty games. How and why would they do this? You've all seen the Skibbity toilet fight with Harper. I mean, like, I don't know what's healthier for you, Instagram Reels or this sorry excuse of an experience. Please never let the people behind this game cook again. And then they had like the Danny Trejo first section, so you could just like launch a fucking machete down onto the ground as a score streak or some shit. Like, what is this? We lost the plot. What the fuck? Anyways, that's all I have to say for this video. If you enjoyed it, you know, go ahead and leave a like and go ahead and drop some slander in the comments too. We're all on the same boat. Ain't nobody playing this shit, bruh. I just had to get all that shit off my chest. Before I wrap up this video entirely, please check out Homeboy's beats. He is responsible for what you hear from my outro, so I owe it to him for letting me use his music. And on that note, I recently illustrated an album cover for a friend of mine. Check out Fault Lines by Nomadin. Both of these artists got everything on all platforms. And by supporting them, you are by extension supporting me, and I really am grateful for all the community we've grown with y'all in these last few months, okay? So with that said, we can wrap up the video now. Sale pues, I'll catch y'all in the next flick.